Welcome back. That probably took a little bit of time to complete. You also may have noticed some repetition in your list as you went through it. That's fine, as we will take care of that in Module 5. At this point, we're going to go through the list to pull out what we like to call habits of scholarship. Generally, these are behaviors that are unrelated to the content and skills that are the main point of the assignments. You might think they actually are things that get in the way. For example, handing something in on time is a laudable behavior. When something's late, we tend to take off points, even though the work itself may be excellent. We justify it in the interest of being fair to ourselves or to the class, or to give us a stick to maintain compliance. However, timeliness is actually irrelevant if you're assessing student achievement, and the feedback is about the acquisition of skills. Some more examples might be coming to class on time, being persistent, being responsible, coming for extra help, collaborating, thinking from multiple perspectives, being curious, striving for excellence, setting goals, taking intellectual risks. Go through your list. This is really not easy to do. You've probably spent your entire life linking behaviors to grades, whether as a student or a teacher. What helped me was thinking about raising my own children. You always try to tie the consequence for a behavior to the behavior itself. In other words, if a child resists going to bed at their bedtime, then they will be tired the next day when you wake them up for school. You don't let them sleep in. Taking away their allowance for going to bed late wouldn't make sense. Research shows that discipline doesn't really work when there's no direct connection between the behavior and the consequence. Note that there are consequences to poor habits of scholarship, but all formal evaluation should be about the skills as much as possible. Go through your list of I can statements and identify those that describe desirable behaviors. You can move any such outcomes to a separate document or page labeled Habits of Scholarship. Generally, look for statements that would require your subjective assessment or judgment. Another clue to look at is where you might have used points as punishment. By the way, pulling these out of your I can statements doesn't mean you can't assess them. It just puts them in like another category and most likely means you will report on them in a different manner. In Module 5, you will sort and edit your values list to make a coherent, non-repetitive catalog of what is important in your class. But right now, give yourself time to identify and pull out the habits of scholarship from your I can statements.